One day, I was at a fuel station checking my tire pressure when I noticed something interesting. The guy next to me walked up, set all 4 tires to exactly 32 PSI, and drove off without even thinking twice. No hesitation, no checking, just 32 across the board. And it made me realize something. Most people don't actually know their correct tire pressure. They just use a number they've heard before. If you're doing the same, there's a good chance it's not actually correct for your car. Even being a few PSI off can increase tire wear over time and slightly reduce fuel efficiency without you noticing. So if you care about maintaining your car properly and avoiding unnecessary costs, consider subscribing, because this is exactly what we break down here. Simple things that most drivers overlook. In this video, I'll show you how to find the correct pressure for your car, when to check it, and how to adjust it depending on how you drive. The 32 PSI myth, why it's not universal. Let's clear something up first. There is no single correct tire pressure that works for every car. The idea of using 32 PSI everywhere comes from the fact that many smaller cars happen to fall around that range. But that doesn't make it universal. Tire pressure depends on the vehicle, not just the tire. Factors like weight, suspension setup, and how the load is distributed all play a role. For example, 2 cars using the same tire size can still require different pressures. A lighter sedan and a heavier crossover may look similar on paper, but they behave very differently on the road. That's why relying on a generic number can slowly lead to uneven wear, reduced efficiency, and less predictable handling over time. And here's the surprising part. Your car already gives you the exact number. You're just not looking in the right place. Where to find the correct pressure? Now here's the part most people miss, and it's the most important part of this entire video. Your car already tells you the exact pressure you should be using. You don't have to guess it. You'll usually find it in 3 places: on the driver's side door pillar, inside the fuel filler cap on some models, or in the owner's manual. That number is calculated specifically for your car, taking into account its weight, balance, and intended driving conditions. And just to make this more real, here are a couple of examples. A Toyota Corolla typically recommends around 32 PSI, while a Honda CR-V may be closer to 33 to 35 PSI, depending on load. Both are normal, but they're not the same. That's why the correct pressure isn't about the tire, it's about the vehicle. But knowing the number isn't enough, because even the correct pressure can still cause problems if you don't understand what it actually affects. Why correct pressure actually matters. Now that you know where to find the right number, let's talk about why it matters. Even slightly underinflated tires create more rolling resistance, which means your engine has to work a bit harder to move the car. Over time, that translates into more fuel being used than necessary. It's not something you notice in a single drive, but over months, it adds up. At the same time, incorrect pressure affects how the tire wears. Lower pressure tends to wear out the edges of the tread faster, while higher pressure wears the center more quickly. In both cases, the tire doesn't last as long as it should. And beyond wear and fuel, it also changes how the car feels on the road. Steering response, braking stability, and overall comfort are all affected by something as simple as air pressure. Now here's where most people get confused, because not every car needs the same range, even when everything looks similar. Correct pressure by vehicle type. Now let's put this into perspective with some general examples, not as fixed rules, but to help you understand how different vehicles typically behave and why their pressure requirements vary. Economy cars and sedans, balanced for efficiency. Many smaller cars and sedans tend to operate around the 30 to 32 PSI range when lightly loaded, with slightly higher values when carrying passengers or cargo. These vehicles are designed with efficiency and comfort in mind, so this pressure range helps maintain an optimal contact patch with the road. It provides a good balance between ride comfort, fuel efficiency, and even tire wear. Going too low can increase rolling resistance and wear the edges of the tire, while going too high can reduce grip and make the ride feel harsher than intended. SUVs and crossovers. Built for stability, SUVs and crossovers are heavier vehicles with a higher center of gravity. which means they place different demands on the tires. Because of this, they often require slightly higher pressures, typically in the 32-35 psi range, depending on load and manufacturer specifications. Maintaining proper pressure in these vehicles is especially important for stability, as lower pressure can increase body roll and reduce control during turns. Correct inflation helps keep the vehicle stable, improves steering response, and supports the additional weight more effectively. Pickup trucks, load makes the difference. Pickup trucks behave very differently depending on whether they are carrying a load or not, which is why their tire pressure is not fixed. When the truck is empty, the rear axle carries less weight, so the required pressure is usually lower. However, once the bed is loaded with cargo, the rear tires must support significantly more weight, and the pressure needs to increase accordingly. If this adjustment is ignored, the tires can overheat, deform under load, and wear out prematurely, which can eventually lead to serious safety issues. Performance tires, precision matters. Low-profile and performance tires typically operate within a slightly higher and more precise pressure range, often around 33-36 psi, because they rely heavily on internal pressure to maintain their structure. These tires have shorter sidewalls, which means they are less forgiving when pressure is incorrect. Even small deviations can affect handling, steering accuracy, and overall driving feel. Proper inflation ensures consistent contact with the road, better cornering performance, and helps prevent internal damage that may not be immediately visible. Off-road tires, terrain changes everything. Off-road tires are designed to adapt to different environments, which is why their pressure varies depending on where the vehicle is being driven. On paved roads, they should be inflated to standard levels for efficiency and stability. However, on sand, mud, or rocky terrain, lowering the pressure allows the tire to spread out more, increasing the contact area and improving traction. This technique is commonly used in off-road driving, but it comes with an important rule. Once you return to regular roads, the pressure must be restored, because driving at low pressure on pavement can quickly damage the tires and reduce safety. But even if you use the perfect number for your car, one small mistake can still throw everything off. The most important rule: cold tires. If you only remember one thing from this video, make it this: always check your tire pressure when the tires are cold. Driving even 10 to 15 minutes can increase the internal pressure due to heat, which gives you a higher reading than what's actually correct. If you adjust pressure based on that, you'll end up underinflating the tire once it cools down. The best time to check is before driving or after the car has been parked for a few hours. That way, you're working with an accurate number. Before your next drive, take a minute to check your tire pressure the right way. It's one of the simplest things that can make a real difference. And if you want more practical tips like this, subscribe, because small habits like these add up fast.